Oh hi! Thanks for watching my video. Last week I went through all of the game packs in The Sims 4 and ranked them in order from worst to best, in my opinion. So today we are following on from last week's video and I'm going to be ranking all of the Sims 4 stuff packs from worst to best. So let's begin. Number 19, My First Pet Stuff. This one is fairly obvious. It's a shame really, because it is quite a cute pack, and I like being able to have hamsters in my game. It's just the fact that its very existence is filthy. It's never going to go down well to make an add-on pack for an add-on pack, so I have no choice but to put this one at the bottom, for moral reasons. Number 18, Luxury Party. This pack just doesn't have a lot of content in it. It has about as much, if not less, than what you'd get in a kit. This was the first stuff pack for The Sims 4, so granted they didn't have kits to compare it with, but in terms of value for money, this one is really lacking. Number 17, Perfect Patio. There are some nice build and buy items in this pack, but its main selling point were the hot tubs that came with it. At the time, we didn't have hot tubs in The Sims 4, despite it being quite an iconic item throughout the franchise. However, since its release, we've had a hot tub patched in the game for free, and another one in the For Rent expansion. So, with it no longer being the only add-on to offer hot tubs, the value of this pack is decreased in my eyes. Number 16, Fitness Stuff. This one is low on the list for pretty much the same reason as Luxury Party. It offers only a handful of Creator Sim items and a handful of build and buy items. We got 3 pieces of gym equipment, 2 of which we already had in base game, and one of them is the rock climbing wall. We also had fitness clothing in base game, so really the main selling point of this pack is the wall. And similarly to Perfect Patio, once rock climbing was repackaged and resold in Snowy Escape, this one also lost its value. Number 15, Romantic Garden. I actually really like this stuff pack. The items that come with it are beautiful, and I've seen them being used by Sims builders to make their builds look amazing. The only reason it ranks pretty low is because there just isn't much gameplay with this pack. It does have a wishing well, which comes in useful sometimes, but nothing substantial. If you're a builder who likes landscaping, then this pack would probably be in the top half of your ranking. Number 14, Backyard Stuff. I don't really have much to say about this pack. It doesn't have much content, in my opinion. The only gameplay item is the slip and slide, which, in fairness, is quite fun, but that's about it. This pack is just fine. It's good to have something new for children to do, but I don't think I'd miss it if it were to disappear. I don't think I'd even notice. Number 13, Cool Kitchen Stuff. This pack is just meh, in my opinion. It comes with one kitchen, which admittedly I do use relatively often, but that's pretty much it. One kitchen set, a few Creator Sim items and an ice cream machine. Problem with the ice cream machine though is that if you have one in your kitchen, your Sims are hardwired to autonomously use it every time they're hungry. I played through several weeks with a Sim who had an ice cream machine, and guess what she had for breakfast, lunch and dinner? She only used the fridge when I told her to, which takes away a lot of the realism of the game. Number 12, Toddler Stuff. This pack is just generally useful for family gameplay simmers. It has toddler playground equipment, including a slide and a ball pit, a toddler playdate event type, and a selection of Creator Sim items. When this pack first came out, there really wasn't much for toddlers in The Sims 4, but over the years there have been several Creator Sim and object items for toddlers included in expansion packs, so I wouldn't say this pack is essential or anything, but I'm happy to have it in my game, and I use it pretty often. Number 11, Kids Room Stuff. I use this pack quite a lot when decorating kids' bedrooms. I like the activities that come with it, like the Void Critter game and the puppet show. Again though, similarly to Toddler Stuff, there is still quite a lot of child's Creator Sim items and buy objects in other packs. So really, the main thing you're paying a tenner for is a couple of activities. As far as this pack goes, it's alright. Middle of the road. Number 10, Spooky Day. The ability to celebrate Halloween shouldn't be locked behind a stuff pack, especially considering it was included in the previous season's expansion for The Sims 3. But I do love seasonal gameplay, so this one is essential for me. This pack comes with costumes, spooky items, a pumpkin carving station, and a spooky day event. I wouldn't say that it's that great in terms of value for money, especially compared to a few other stuff packs that you'd use more frequently than a pack exclusive to 1 month of the year, but I think this one just comes down to personal taste, and I don't think I'd enjoy Halloween season as much without it in my game. Number 9, Nifty Knitting. I think this is a really sweet pack. It does pretty much what it says on the tin. I enjoy having my Sims build their knitting skill and unlock new types of craftable items. Kinda reminds me of some of the crafting in Sims 2 Open for Business. Plus, we got Elder-specific gameplay. I mean, sure, it is just an animation on a rocking chair, but for a game that had little to do for any non-adult Sims, I'll take what I can get. Also, I enjoy the metal radio station that was introduced with this pack. Number 8, Machino Stuff. This pack ranks pretty highly on the list because I like the photography features that came with it. You could already take and sell photos before, but this pack introduced the freelance fashion photography career, and it came with photo studio accessories like a backdrop, lighting, and a floor marker. I don't really use the Creator Sim items that much, but the build and buy stuff fits in quite well with a photography studio. Number 7, Bowling Night. Any stuff pack that includes actual gameplay is always going to rank highly for me, considering that The Sims 4 has been around for 10 years, over twice the length of the previous games. It can get pretty repetitive sometimes. A lot of family-friendly activities get stale after a while, so anything that offers some family fun is going to rank in the top half. I like having the option of sending my Sim family to the bowling alley for a treat or for a birthday party, and it helps that kids can do it too. Number 6, Movie Hangout. Overall, I feel like this pack has a good amount of content. I like the bohemian style clothing and the build and buy, and I often get my Sims to watch movies together, mainly when I'm trying to get my Sims in a flirty mood by having them watch a steamy movie and snuggle up on the sofa. This pack does come with a popcorn maker, which is nice, but unfortunately it has the same problem as the ice cream machine. If you put it in your Sim's home, they lose all sense and choose only popcorn to eat for every meal, which in my opinion makes it kind of useless. Number 5, Vintage Glamour. I found a lot of appreciation for this pack in the last year. I ranked it pretty low on the list a few years ago when I first made a tier list, and the main reason for that was because one of the main features of this pack is the butler, and I've always found it quite difficult to have a live-in butler successfully do what they're supposed to do. I just always find my butler sitting around playing chess even though I ask them to cook something, and so my Sim just ended up doing everything anyway. And that point does still stand. I don't think you should get this pack if you just want the butler because it's a bit hit and miss. However, the Creator Sim and build and buy for this pack are quite unique, and I don't think I realised at the time how often I use items from Vintage Glamour. From the decadent bedtime robes to the diva portraits and everything else in this pack. If you want your Sims' homes to look vintage and glamorous, then this is a pack that actually delivers on its promise. Number 4, Laundry Day. The items in this pack are quite rustic and homey, and they fit in quite nicely with a family home. I know the idea of doing laundry in The Sims isn't groundbreaking, but it does give your Sims something to do, and it comes in handy if you're doing a particular challenge, like the Homemaker Challenge, or if you're playing in a historical time period. I just think Laundry Day is a really good pack all round. Number 3, Tiny Living. In terms of style, this is one of the nicest packs. I use the items from this pack all of the time, mainly build and buy, but Creator Sim items are well made as well. The main feature of this pack is the ability for Sims to live in tiny homes, which is actually really useful. With 3 levels of tiny homes and additional benefits for how small you go, there's quite good incentive to have Sims live in micro homes, which does present a bit of a challenge when it comes to building and actually living in such a confined space, but it does have a big payoff. Number 2, Home Chef Hustle. Just as we thought stuff packs had been retired, Home Chef Hustle comes out. In terms of gameplay, this is probably one of the stronger packs. Not the best one, but a strong pack nonetheless. In terms of value for money, it is a step up from the previous stuff packs. The closest thing we have to this pack is Cool Kitchen, which came with Creator Sim items, 1 kitchen and an ice cream machine. Whereas this pack came with Create a Sim items, a kitchen, a pizza oven, a mixing bowl, a waffle maker, and a food stand, offering Sims the ability to make money anywhere by setting up their stall and selling their cooked goods. Overall, it's a pretty fun pack to play with, especially if you like cooking in The Sims and want your Sims to be able to make some money off their culinary creations. And number 1, Paranormal Stuff. In my opinion, the Paranormal pack is hands down the best stuff pack we have for The Sims 4. It offers considerably more gameplay than any of these other stuff packs, and it doesn't skimp out on the Create a Sim or build and buy stuff. I almost feel like Paranormal is more of a cross between a game pack and a stuff pack. It offers 3 new NPCs, Deirdre the Spirit Guide, Temperance the Angry Ghost, and the iconic Bonehilda makes a return. There's also a new active gig-based career, Paranormal Investigator, which allows Sims to remove hexed dolls, clean up ghost goo and deal with sprites. We also got a new lot type, Haunted House. And we also got a seance table, allowing Sims to communicate with the departed. Overall, this is just a brilliant pack, and I would recommend this one above all the others. So, that's my ranking of the Sims 4 stuff packs. Do you agree with my picks? Let me know in the comments. For now though, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, you know I love it when you do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!